What's up, folks? This is Omar Hosea, the real. How y'all doing, man? I'm sitting here watching about the financial dispensation of America and how the Federal Reserve came to play. And we'll just trying to figure out how they plan on coming to the cities and taking everybody's property. How they manage to justify taking children from their parents out of schools. How they're going to justify taking gold and silver off of people's necks. How they're going to justify corralling the people up and preparing for slavery. And that can come to a Bible scripture that says that you can only serve two masters. If you love the world, you hate me. The Messiah told the young rich boy, if you want to follow me, go sell all your riches and then come with me. There's another passage. Abraham had to leave his rich city in Chaldea because his dad made statues. They made very good money doing that. So he had to walk away from that. Jonah had to go to Nineveh. And me, myself, I had to leave California to come here to Pittsburgh, to this broke city, where San Jose was the richest, and things was there was abundance. Unfortunately, it's not there now. But the purpose of this video that I'm making is that I come to the realization how they're going to abstract you guys off the land and put you in a designated part of the land. As such, if you have any money, if you pay with any dollar bills dated older than 1932, actually older than 1930, that's when America went in debt. And so when you use that greenback, it was ghost money. And so whoever owns the gold of the land actually owns the whole country. And so when the gold man, the man who has all the gold, or the group that has all the gold, come to collect their debts from those that are indebted into them, they're going to ask you, how did you pay for this house? And then you will say, well, I worked, my kids went to school, we went to college, we were law-abiding citizens, and so my job paid me with these greenbacks, and I went to the bank, and the bank loaned me the money to close it, and then I paid the bank off, and then now the bank gave me a deed and said I own it. But here's what the landowner is going to say, is that the bank and your job paid you with money that was already debted, that your government passed out to your job markets. And so by law and by contract that your federal government didn't share with you, that they made with the gold owners, is that unless you had gold to back up that all your purchases, then you really bought things under forfeiture because you didn't have enough gold. But if you have a $100,000 house and you have $100,000 worth of gold on hand, then you can keep it because that is the American currency prior to the dollar bill. And that's law. That is Bible law. That is Quran law. That is Hindu law. That is Rome's law. Unfortunately, that's banking law as well as trade agreement laws. It's in scripture too. And so you really can't argue with them about that because they always said how you keep a secret from a nigger. And because ignorance let you think it was for skin color, it appealed to those who didn't want to read a book about the laws of which govern their financial statements and their social structure. And I have to just say, wow. I feel sorry for those who's not going to investigate this what I shared with you. I feel bad for those who are subject to you, who won't investigate and share it with the rest of your family and co-workers and stuff to preserve our communities. So when the actual collapse happens, so many communities won't be afflicted by it. We'll still have some type of fiber left so that we can rebuild our communities and eventually rebuild our country one community at a time. But it's hard because when you're around so many disbelievers and hateful people and selfish people and egotistic people and people who want to glorify themselves, you have to mix with them to get what you need to get done. And the thing is, you can't let their attitudes change you into like them, because when it comes down to actually get busy, you'll infect that which you're trying to clean up, and you'll be part of the problem, not the solution, not knowingly. And so that's me telling on myself, because I have to be mindful of that. So I'm sharing that with you, that you may remind me if you see me do it. Because, you know, left hand and right hand washes the face, you know. And so with that, I say shalom, and y'all have a most wonderful day. Peace.